little bit of makeup because Alex and I were invited to a game night. So we're gonna go there. And you guys, this last week was just crazy and difficult. And I know that I keep saying this, and I really wish that I can start my vlog, you know, like just being happy and with good news or a smile on my face, you know? But shit just keeps happening, and I will tell you all about it in a bit. But right now I'm just gonna put on my makeup. Okay, I'm done with my makeup and I'm ready for the day, finally, although it's 1 p.m. already. So, first of all, I wanted to say that last week I was buried in my videos and editing. That was just horrible. I think that I made a classic rookie mistake because the way I've been working, I would film videos and I would like transfer them to my laptop and I would store them. And then when I'm done filming everything, when I'm like, okay, that's gonna be it for this vlog, blah, blah, blah. When I'm done with everything, then I would start editing. Don't do this, guys. The ones who are just starting vlogging or whatever, posting on YouTube and you vlog, don't do this. That was so freaking difficult because, you know, life happens. You might have a lot of events that might prevent you from editing. And what happened was that I had 2 vlogs filmed. I mean videos for those vlogs. And I didn't edit them at all. So when I started, I was like buried in those videos. And consequently, I missed so much footage that I wanted to include in those vlogs that I just forgot. And of course, it took me so much time. So the way I'm gonna work now is I am going to edit as I film. So for example, I filmed this, what?
You're talking too loud.
Oh, sorry.
Just a little quieter.
Okay, Alex is watching his cartoon, so I'm disturbing his peace. So as I said, the way I'm gonna work now is I'm gonna edit as I film. So for example, I filmed this little video and I'm gonna edit it right away. So I'm gonna do it every single day, but little by little, and it's not gonna feel like the end of the world when you have that much footage to edit. So don't do it. Take it from someone who has already made this mistake. Unless, of course, you prefer to work that way. You know, people are different, so whatever. You do you. Now, another thing. This last week was just, I can't say horrible. It was horrible in a way. It was unpredictable because we had another accident with Alex. And I had that week like all planned out. I thought that I would do everything that I needed to do, but unfortunately I didn't do almost anything. I'm gonna turn to Alex for this story because maybe he has something to add. So I scheduled an appointment at the Ukrainian embassy because I needed to get some documents to send to Ukraine. So long story short, we went in there, and in that like waiting room where we were, they left an ultraviolet lamp on the table and it was plugged in. I needed to go and buy money orders, and I left Alex with the person I was with, and that person didn't know about the kind of lamp that was.
You mean the ultraviolet lamp?
Yes. So Alex, of course, being a child, being curious, turned that lamp on. And he sat right next to it. And he was looking at that lamp. It was very close because the tables were kind of very small. So I came back and I saw that lamp was on. He wasn't near it. And I knew about the kind of lamp that was because I saw them before and I've used them before myself. And I asked them, did they turn it on and were they sitting by it? And they said yes. And I was like, oh man, that's bad. And then in a couple of minutes, I take a look at Alex and his like right side is all red. Like his face, his neck, everything is red. And I knew immediately that he got a burn. But you know, I thought like, I will put some aloe gel and it'll be fine. He will be fine. But then he started complaining about his eyes. He said that his eyes were burning and stinging. And I was like, okay, were you looking at this lamp? Were you sitting right here and looking at this lamp? And he said yes. And I was like, oh my God. And I was totally right to be panicking because like in an hour, he started complaining more that his eyes hurt. And then I went to, I believe, Walgreens, yes. And there was this eye doctor, and I asked her, like, I explained the situation to her, and I asked her, what do I do? What can I use? Maybe some eye drops or whatever. So she said that,
Mama, my eyes don't sting anymore.
yes, thank God he is better now. And that's why I'm filming, and that's why I'm telling this story just now, because he was in a very bad shape for 2 days. And of course, I wouldn't film, I wouldn't vlog, and I didn't even want to talk about this. I was so stressed out, and I was like, all for him. So the eye doctor, I believe they're called ophthalmologists. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. So she said that he might have these symptoms for like 2 or 3 days, and in a week they should pass. But if not, then I should go to a doctor for a checkup. But of course, she offered a checkup right there, which would cost me $130. Anyways, I bought some eye drops for him. And yes, for 2 days, he was in a very bad shape. His eyes hurt so badly. He would cry, he would complain. And just even a little bit of light would irritate his eyes. So everything was dark in here. And his eyes were like literally so red. And the one that was like right by that lamp is still a little bit red. So I mean, I honestly blame everyone involved in this situation, but especially myself, because I should have never left him with another person. I was just distracted because I was listening to that receptionist. She was explaining things to me about the documentation and those money orders and where to buy them, because I didn't know where to go. And I just could not imagine that somebody could not know anything about those lamps. And you know, even when you turn them on, you can clearly see that this is not a usual like regular lamp. This is something different, and it feels hot near them. I don't know, but I think that that lamp shouldn't have even been there in the first place, where anybody can turn it on. I mean, that's just crazy.
Mommy?
And reckless.
There should have been some light bulb, like the eyes, like when you put the light bulb screwed in with the electricity, it feels hot and doesn't burn your eyes.
Yes.
Some kind of light bulb.
Yes. A regular one, right?
Yeah.
But not the UV lamp.
Yeah, only a light bulb.
Right. So, of course, I was really stressed out, and I didn't have a health insurance.
Also, did we buy more popsicles at Meijer?
Oh, baby, I forgot yesterday. But we will buy them. I forgot. I'm sorry. Want to sit by me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit on you.
Okay. So, as you can imagine, I was really stressed out, and I blamed myself because this is my child. That's my responsibility. And I, couldn't even imagine something like that happening. Plus, at the time, I still did not receive my health insurance, which I did 2 days ago, I think. Yeah. So I was really worried, like, if we had to go to the doctor or to the hospital, like, how much would that cost? But at least now I have a health insurance. So yeah, that's our crazy story and our last week's adventures, I suppose. Honestly, you guys, I am so tired of being stressed out. But I think that it teaches me to manage stress and stressful situations better because it does. You kind of grow this thick skin, which I think, if you think about it, like in the bigger picture, it's a good thing. But being in these situations and going through something like this is really not fun. It's crappy. Okay, anyways, now it is time for us to get ready and head out.
And have to have minimum three tiles to put down.
Yes, and to start,
It has to be 3.
Has to
Yeah.
be 3, can't be more.
3 or more.
You have to lay something down.
Okay. So before you could do anything, you have to make your mouth of 30 points. So, Anna, with your own tiles from your hand. Now, the object of this game is to get rid of everything on your tray.
How do I get out of the back?
I don't know. Just take them out.
I can't.
Well, I'll help you.
Huh?
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
You're good, Alex. Are you fooling around?
No.
Just trying to get the piece off his lip. Alright. It's on the corner.
Launch a card.
Can you do it this way?
No, it's got to go out there.
Yeah.
And if you can't make a play, then discard.
Okay guys, I think that this video is going to be like a little sit down video because I want to share something else with you. So remember a couple of vlogs ago, when I messed up my video on the main channel, I told you that I was really stressed out and there was something going on that I couldn't talk about at the moment because the events weren't mine to talk about. Okay, so now I can talk about them because they were related to my husband and I asked his permission to talk about this. So my husband has some health issues. A year or a year and a half ago, his gallbladder was removed. And then recently, like 2 months ago, he started feeling pains where he felt them before. So he went to the hospital, they ran some tests, and they determined that he had a stone stuck in one of his canals. So they put him on the IVs for a week for that canal to expand and that stone to pass on its own. Well, that didn't help at all. So they told him that they needed to do a procedure. What is the name? Endoscopy. So they would like go inside with kind of a tube through his mouth and his throat and kind of get that stone out or push it out. I don't know. On the day of the procedure, I was really, really worried. And the procedure took place in Ukraine in the morning, and here it was night. I couldn't sleep at all whatsoever. I was on the phone with my mom, and it was supposed to take like an hour, maybe 2 hours at most. Oh, and by the way, he had a polyp in his stomach, so they told us that they will remove that thing as well. So as I said, I was on the phone with my mom. He went into that room, they started the procedure, and then I just knew that something was wrong because it was taking too long. Well, long story short, I don't know what happened exactly. Was that their mistake, or maybe that was an accident, as they said, because as they explained this, when they went in there, they couldn't get that stone out because it was that stuck in the canal. Maybe it was that big. I don't know. So they got that thing out. They changed the tip of the tube, you know, because they wanted to try something else. And then they went back inside and they said that they were kind of struggling to get that stone. They finally did, but when they did, the tip of that tube fell off. And as they explained, it started traveling inside of him. So they needed to perform a surgery right away to get that thing out. As my mom told me, she was like, I saw that they rushed him into another room and then 3 doctors came over to her and asked her permission to perform a surgery because that was a full-blown surgery. It lasted like for 2 more hours. And I mean, he was cut like from up here right to his belly button. And as you can imagine, the recovery period was very difficult for him. He was in an intensive care unit for almost 2 weeks, and I could not see him for 2 weeks straight. I was going insane here. I think you can imagine what I was feeling. I felt so useless and helpless and scared. That was just awful. And I believe, if I remember this correctly, I started having nightmares when he was in an intensive care unit already for a week. And then I stopped having nightmares. Like, stopped. I started sleeping like a baby the moment I got the chance to see him and to talk to him. And for me, it just proves this deep connection between us. It might not sound that serious, but that was a full-blown surgery, and he's still recovering from it. And there's a lot of consequences, as you can imagine, as well. I hope that I could explain what's been going on okay, because right now, while I'm talking about this, I have like, I feel all those feelings again. Yes, it's a pretty traumatic experience, to be honest with you guys. It's just, I knew that if I was there, I would be able to help. I would at least be around him, and I would at least be able to see him. And I don't know, help in some way. But here, I'm just like, I'm helpless. And I also wanted to say, and my husband also wanted to say, a huge thank you to all of you guys and for your donations, because all that money went for buying the medication and paying for everything. And I just wanted to let you know that you helped our family a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, and I'm gonna end this vlog here, and I'm gonna see you in the next one, and hopefully with some good news and something positive. And again, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting our channels and just supporting us, and for your prayers and nice comments and good wishes. Thank you.